Oh, hello everybody. This is Miss Gail over here, Georgia Peachnut Garden. How are you doing? I'm bringing you along with me today as I take care of some of those seedlings, or shall I say seeds that I germinated. On my other video, I showed you the ones that germinated, which was all of them except for one. And that one particular one has germinated. I'll show that tomorrow. But what I'm going to do today, you have to do something with the seeds when they germinate. Because what happens is, because they're on the paper towel, they will grow into the paper towel. That's not a bad thing, because the paper towel is biodegradable and you can always just put it in the soil and it'll still grow. So this is what happens. I'm going to give you an example of when it grows into the paper towel. Now this one is dry. So you say, for instance, want to take this. These are very tender, very fragile. So if you try to pull it, you have to pull very careful. Oops, put it this way to get the root out. And sometimes the root comes up and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to see which ones I can get before I take this whole. And then you have to worry about mold. Where is it? Right here. This little piece right here has something special growing on it. It's no big thing, but I won't plant that in here. So I'm just going to start pulling ones up that are going to come up okay. If the paper towel comes up with it, it's okay. It's no problem. And we're going to plant them in this tray. This is just a regular loaf aluminum pan that I'm going to use. No, I did not put any holes in it in the bottom because I'm not going to get it that wet. I'm going to put some saran wrap on top of it and let it sit on the heat mat, and hopefully just let it sit there until these items grow up and get a certain height. Then I will transplant them into another container. So far so good with these. I'm just being very gentle. The seed is still attached to them. This is the root. So I'm just kind of laying them down for right now and trying to just get as many off of here as I possibly can. I'm separating them. Unlike what I did with the kale. With the kale, you know, I didn't separate them. I just kind of broadcasted them. This is another way you can do it. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because it would take up too much time. I'm just going to do so many just to give you an idea of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Then the rest I will do off camera. So, like I said, you take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Because if you do be in a hurry, you will break the root. You want that root. And for right now, I am just laying it down on top of the soil. And after I get so many of them done, I'm going to come back and show you how I'm going to put it into the soil. And they will be in the house until, like I said, they mature until a certain height of growth. Then I will go on with the next step. Now, each one of these germinated seeds represents one whole collard plant. And in our area, they have not put out regular collards yet. I bought some blue collards. Now, I had someone on, person that I watch, and I like her a lot, on another channel, who said that if you haven't grown your collards yet, it's too late. You need to do starts. I beg to differ. I mean, you can go on ahead and still start your collards. You can start them outside or you can start them inside. It depends on where you live, your grow zone, as to whether or not you start them outside or inside. But I do believe most places you can go on and start them outside. Now, if not, just start them indoors. But you can still do collards. I don't know why people say stuff like that. Like, if you hadn't started them, it's too late. No, maybe for you. But I beg to differ with that advice. So, okay, I am I think I'm at the point where I have enough of them out to do a great demonstration of what I'm going to do next. And you be careful when you're handling the stem because you do not want to break the stem or bend it. That basically will be the end of it if you do break it. Now another thing you can do when you're trying to take them out off and it's dry like this, you can also spray. Just spray it. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it makes the root and the paper towel come up together, but see, that's coming up a lot faster, a lot better. You want to be careful, like I said, be careful. Now, if you catch these before they get to this point, you can broadcast them a lot better, like I did with the kale. And so, I got busy again. This is what I do. I get busy. They germinate. When they germinate fast, you need to go on ahead and go to the next step, which would be to put them in some soil. And you can take this, put it in some soil, and lightly cover it up, and it'll grow. It'll be just fine. But you will have a lot of them growing together. Then you have to go back and take them apart, and because it'll be collard greens. You don't want them all growing tightly together. So let's see here. I think we're good, Gail. Yeah, that's enough. I'm just getting these clusters that I see. I'm going to end up probably putting them back on the paper towel because I don't think I'm going to have enough room for all of the ones that I have. I am going to dense plant these, which means they're going to be closely planted together and plant closely together. And then when they grow up, I'm going to separate them. And that should be in about maybe 2 weeks. This is the beginning of September. I do believe we're going to get some more hot weather, you guys. I honestly don't think that it's all over. These are coming up pretty easy, so I'm ending up just putting them all up. Then I'm going to use this paper towel to just sit the ones down on here that I am not going to deal with right now. Oh, I'm getting a little bit crazy. You can't get careless. Don't get careless. Take your time. So I just broke 2 or 3 of them. But I need to get them off of this paper towel. So bear with me. We are about there. And I think that's, by George, we have it. Yay. We're done with that part. Now, the next part is I'm going to take all of these and put them back. Just lay them on top. Just laying them on top. I'll show you what I'm doing. Of the paper towel. Because I don't want to get dirt on them in the way that they would get dirt on them if I... So I'm just laying them loosely on top of here. I'll show you in a second. I'll put this one here. Okay, this one's sticking to my... Okay, so this is what we're left in here. We're going to work with this. That's going to be our first row. This is what I have set back on top of the paper towel. We're going to deal with that later. So now what I'm going to do is take the back end of this knife right here, and I'm going to cut into the soil. Let me move these over, the ones that I'm going to work with. Moving them over. And I have to work pretty quickly because I don't want the root to dry out. No, 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 we don't want the roots to dry out. But I do want them to stay free of the soil for right now. I'm going to go right here. Move this over. I have 2 pans, so I'm going to do the Morris head and next, but I won't be doing that on camera because it's the same process. I'm going to cut and separate. Cut and separate. Make like a ditch. Now this soil has been sterilized and it's moist, it's wet really, which is what it needs to be. And open this up, just like this, making a highway. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a nice highway in here. What I'm going to do next, unfortunately, I have to take my gloves off because I want to work pretty fast, and I can do it better with my gloves off. I'm going to take the first one, which is this one here, and set it down in the hole. Then that's all of them are going to be set down in the hole the same way. And I want the root to fall down properly. I come back, you can come back and just press it in like that. So they will go down. I want the top to barely come up, barely peek up. So let's see, let me get the next one. And they're about 1/2 of an inch apart. It doesn't matter really because we're going to pull them apart later as they grow. And you can press it up against the side because, let's see if I can show you. I'm using my thumb. I'm just pressing it up against the bank. And I'll show you once I get them all done what it looks like. Be careful. Don't work fast. Okay, this one flipped upside down. Let's go the right way. And my eye is like, acting crazy today, so I am trying to be patient with it, but I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, I'm pressing it up against there. And let's see here. I'm trying to stand them all up. Holding it by the top of the plant where the seed head was. We're moving on down the row. This is just another way that you can handle your germinated seeds. This is just one of many. It's cool at nighttime and warm in the daytime. Right now, I feel like they need to be in a steady temperature. And I didn't want to put them out and bring them back in because that takes away from the sterilization of the soil, because you know the bugs are going to get in there. Yep, they will. And you need to keep them uncovered. Okay, let's see here. We're moving on along here. These two are kind of stuck together. Let's see if we can get them unhooked. There you go. Now, you don't have to do this. This may be enough for you right here. It may be enough for you. But if you were in a situation where you had a lot of orders for collard greens, then this is a good way to go. The other way is to do the seed snail roll, which I'm going to do outside tomorrow. And you already have them up. And you can just go on ahead and lay them down in the seed snail roll and leave them outside that way. And when they get up to a certain size, then you can go on ahead. But now remember, the white moth is still out there. So you will have to find a way, which I'll show you how I would do it, to cover the plant so that the moth doesn't put holes in it. And I told you, I think I've shown you guys, I used the organza bags and put it over the top of the seed snail roll, and that protects the plant. Okay, I think we can fit 2 more in here. Let me get this to sit up and get you to sit up. Thank you for cooperating. And we're going to put this one in right here. And I think I can fit another one right here. Yes. And let's try for one more. So, now, everybody's in position. I'm going to pick this up and show you what I just did. I just made a little highway right here. Open it up. Press them up against here. And then I'm going to bring the soil in. Like this. And you think about the growing habit of the plant. As it grows up, just the green part, lime green part, peeks up through there. This is what that is right there. Then I'm going to pull the soil up a little higher to kind of keep it covered. And this is what it would look like had it started in here as a seed. It's okay for some of the tops to show. It's okay for some of the tops to show. And then what you would do is go back in here and you will get another highway going. And you pushing the soil away. You can do 3 to 4. It depends on how wide you make the highway. So you have another highway going. And you do the same thing. Just drop it in there. Press it up against the sides. Make sure you do not hurt the root. Do not hurt the root. And I am heavy-handed, so I'm talking to myself. Dropping it in here. And I'm just taking my nails and lightly pressing it up against the side. You can hold the top of it. And then just drop it down. Make sure those roots go down. Now when you water it, they will go down. Or as it sits in here on its own without your watering it, it will find its way down. The roots know exactly what to do. This is the root. And be careful how you handle it. And press it into the soil a little bit lightly. Root. Put it in right here. And if you don't think you made your hole deep enough, go back in and cut back into that. Pull that soil apart. And you just keep doing this like you did with the other ones. Like I've dropped one in my lap, so we don't want to leave nobody out. And he fell down in here. Man, what you doing down in there? Come on. Don't be embarrassing me like that. Okay. Now, you can just about do this with your finger. And see, I want to make sure I have the root in. Just use your thumb and press it in. You can do that. I just did that. Like, okay, I can do it like that. Some pieces are going to be long and some are going to be short. The most important thing is you want the flower part up towards the top. I'm calling it flower, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. And to a lot of people, this may be kind of tedious, but we got to eat. It's just one way. This is just one way. It's one way. Tomorrow we'll do the seed snail roll. It goes a lot faster, but we have to remember, just because something works fast doesn't mean it's good. So we're about at the end of this lot right here. This one's got, I don't know what happened to it. Okay, I see. And we'll see how this works out. I'll come back. It should take maybe 2 days, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. To see how this is going to, how they take. Because they're going to go through a little shock. You know how plants do when you move them around. They're no different. And for the ones that's going to make it through this process, that's going to be a lot of good eating. I have a lot of people who want collard greens. People are beginning to panic because they're slow getting them out. They are slow getting them out. So we are closing in towards the end of this lot right here. Let's see what's going on with that one. Plants tend to straighten themselves out when they tend to straighten themselves out. Once, you know, they get some soil on them and get water, they straighten themselves out. Okay, we're almost at the end. This is the last one that I have sitting up here. And of course, I'm going to get some more. Let's see here, get some of the soil off my fingers. And grab some more of these. And I'm going to show you the results of this one right here. And you guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment. I've been getting people to say that they didn't see my Cash App is in my description. You have to go to my description. I don't know how to make it scroll across the screen when I'm doing the video, except for when we are doing the live. But it's in the description, so you can go to the description. That's where it is if you want to make a donation to the channel, or you can hit the cash sign on the screen below the title. Okay, I think I can do 2 more. This is going to be so cool, you guys. If it, you know, all of them may not make it because some of the roots are gotten a little bent. But for the most part, I think we're going to have a good turnout. So I'll put these back. And then I'm going to show you the results. And let me show you what I'm getting ready to do. It looks like a little highway. See, that's what I did. It doesn't have to be neat or anything like that. And then I'm going to close it up, bringing the soil up to it. And this is what it looks like when it's coming up out the soil. It has a little hook and then it straightens up. This is what it looks like. So I'm bringing the soil up to it, closing that row in, and it's a done deal. And then it looks like they're just emerging from the soil, merging up from the seed. And so you go and do another row and another row. And I should be able to get all these in there. All I have left, I will keep them on the paper towel, put them back inside the Ziploc bag, and then tomorrow I put those outside in the seed snail row, and I'll show you how to do that tomorrow. But in the meantime, these are Gail's collards, and I'm marking it with this marker right here. I'm not putting the date down that I started germinating them. I'm putting the date down that I'm planting them in here, which is 9/2/25. And I'm going to lay this down on the side because I am going to put some saran wrap over this to keep the moisture in. I don't have to, but I just got this started. I want them to take, and once I see them perked up, I'm going to take the saran wrap off. So I'm going to try to finish this up. This is what we have right here, everybody. And I'm going to do the Mars head collards as well. And what I want you guys to know is you don't always have to have, a lot of times you may say, oh, I don't have a sign, I've run out. You can make a sign out of anything. I'm going to use this, what is this called? Clothespin. I've written on here Mars heading, and then I wrote the date. And you can put this in on the side or down here, or you can clip it on the ends right here, or however you want to do it. But that can be a sign as well. You can use a fork, which I wouldn't use a fork, but if you did use a fork, you can write on this part, or you can use a knife, a white knife, and write on this part of the, the flat part of the white knife. Use what you have at home. You don't have to go broke. You don't have to go broke. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. This is Miss Gail over here at Georgia Peachnut Cotton. I love you, and I will see you in the garden soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment, you guys. Please comment so that YouTube will circulate my video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the garden. Bye-bye.